Sleeplessness is a condition that all of us fall victim to sometime or the other. The writer Chuck Palahniuk aptly described this whole thing as saying that insomnia is a condition where you never really are awake, but you're never really asleep either. All of us suffer from it at some time or other in our lives, but before you reach for pills or start doom scrolling through social media, there is something simpler that you can try, and that solution could be right under your nose. I came across an article recently that provides a very simple and effective solution to the problem of insomnia, something that's called breath work. Let's look at this a little much more in depth. At any given time, apparently about a third of us will be struggling with this problem. Now, don't ask me how they go about getting these numbers, but it kind of feels good. I think it's about a fair enough estimate of the extent of the problem. It's a common problem. There is also no doubt today that normal humans, people like you and me, require somewhere between 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. That's mandatory. We keep reading about or hearing about all these extraordinary people who apparently can get by on 2 to 3 hours of sleep a day, but they are outliers. That's not for you and me, and that's not healthy. Sleeping pills are not a solution for anything. There are situations where a terrific anxiety, a day or two of taking it might help you sleep and might help you calm you down, but they are not an effective answer. Most of the time, the kind of sleep that you get with sleeping pills is not a relaxed, refreshing kind of sleep. You don't wake up feeling energized in the morning. You wake up really a lot of times feeling fairly rotten. What we're talking about in this article is something called breath work or structured breathing. Now, this is nothing new. It's been there in all our traditions for very long periods of time. Pranayama is an integral part of yoga and yogic practice, and it's out of the recognition that something given to us, something so easily available, is also very life-affirming and very good for our overall state of wellness. This article talks about something called Sudarshana Kriya Yoga, a fairly popular and well-known method of handling life in general and not just breathing. But it doesn't really matter what technique or technology you use. You Google the word, or if you go into YouTube, you will find hundreds of thousands of people and recommendations for how we should go about it. A simple standard method is what's called box breathing, where you inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, pause for a count of 6, exhale, ideally through pursed lips with your mouth, and then at the end of the exhale, you hold your breath for another 4 seconds. As simple as that. There is ample proof today that this simple technique is powerful, and more importantly, it's free. You don't need a penny for it. It's accessible. It's always there. There is scientific evidence that these breathing exercises don't just benefit your sleep, but also can be done several times during the day to provide you relief from anxiety, from the stresses of daily life, and it's something that's well worth building into your schedule. The important thing in all of these things is to not try and do everything at once. Start small. But even more important is that you have to be consistent at it. Consistency is the key. These are not things that you do as quick fixes. You have to keep doing them for the rest of your life even. You have to be built into the way you handle your daily lives. And most importantly, you must not see them as a burden. You have to enjoy them. You have to really do them because you want to and not because you have to. So, rediscover breathing, one inhale at a time, and you will really, really benefit. Thank you very much for staying with me for this presentation. If you liked it, please share it, repost it. Please subscribe to my weekly newsletter where I sum up a lot of the events of the previous week. And Prescription has been around for almost 2 years, and a lot of my stuff is there archived at my website at prescription.com. There is a hyphen between the P and the R. Thank you very much for listening, and may the force be with you.